Alright everyone, I'm here to give you my WWE Friday Night Smackdown review for January 2nd, 2015. And I'm going to kind of do like a little live show like I did from when I did the video last week with the wrestling reviews. I'm going to do the same thing with the Smackdown. It's not really going to be live because it's taped. I recorded it from Friday, but it's going to be, this is as live as you're going to get it. So on commentary, we had JBL, Tom Phillips, and Michael Cole. And Edge and Christian come out because they're still running SmackDown. The Authority's not going to be, which is Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, they're not going to be back in power until on Monday Night Raw. And this was a great segment. Edge says that it pretty much sucks that the Authority is going to be back in power and that Seth Rollins is going to have a big target on his back because John Cena will be coming after him. And we find out that they filed a lawsuit. I think I talked about this when I did my main event review. And we didn't really hear much about it, really. And then, trying to think what else might have happened. And then they say that the Authority can't say anything because they're running the show tonight. They can't say anything about that. And then the limousine pulls up. I was thinking that the Authority were going to come out, but it didn't happen. The limousine driver lets him out, and it ends up being J&J Security, which is Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury. And he's like, you need to really watch where you step. Jamie Noble says something like that. We find out the driver stepped in dog crap. I thought that was hilarious. And Joey Mercury's like, that's disgusting. And then Edge and Christian look at each other and they're like, what the hell was that? And then they come out with Seth Rollins' theme song. It kind of would have been cool if they had used Jamie Noble's theme song, but it didn't happen. And they have like a little form that they have to read to Edge and Christian saying that they deny that Edge was assaulted and tortured by Big Show and Seth Rollins. And he says that the Authority are going to send J&J Security to evaluate Edge and Christian to see how they run SmackDown, and they're going to evaluate them. And Edge is like, oh, since you're going to be evaluating us, why don't we put you in a match, you two against Ryback? I thought that was awesome. And then he's like, we'll make it a little bit even. We're not going to torture you like Seth Rollins did to me. Before Ryback faces you, he's going to be going one-on-one with the Big Show. And then Christian makes a match between Roman Reigns and Rusev. And then Jamie Noble's like, hey, I'm taking notes. I'm gonna take this to the Authority, and it's gonna go on like your paper, like your records or something. And it's like, we don't care. We don't even work here anymore. And he says that our show, this is our show. We're gonna run it our way, and there's nothing you can say about it. And then they say our show starts right now, and then Bray Wyatt comes out and he's about to have a match. And I thought this was actually a great segment. I thought it was awesome. It's nice to see Edge and Christian as always, but I thought this was an awesome segment. So let's see what happens now. So we got Bray Wyatt versus Erick Rowan. This was awesome. Two former Wyatt family members going against each other. I thought this was great. Bray Wyatt tells Erick Rowan to lay down, says, do you remember me? Because he was the leader of the Wyatt family, and he claims that he helped Erick Rowan. And Erick Rowan still has his sheep mask on, and when he takes it off, he refuses to lay down. And Bray Wyatt keeps slapping him, and Erick Rowan starts beating the crap out of him. And Bray Wyatt moves out of the way and goes... Erick Rowan goes shoulder first into the steel post, and then he throws Erick Rowan into the steel post. It's like, you shouldn't have done this. I don't want to do this. It won't be easy. So then he splashes his head while he's into the steel post. And then Erick Rowan starts to make a comeback, and Bray Wyatt does his signature taunt. And Erick Rowan starts showing some compassion to Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail out of nowhere, gets the win. I thought this was great. It was a great storytelling match. I can actually see maybe a future angle and with a triple threat involving these two guys. Also, Luke Harper, Wyatt family triple threat match at WrestleMania. I think that would be awesome. And then Bray Wyatt cut the promo saying, if I was willing to do that to someone I loved, imagine what I'm going to do to someone I hate. because he's having that ambulance match with Dean Ambrose on Raw Monday. And then Edge and Christian are about to do a 5-second pose, and then J&J Security come up and says, no, you're not going to do the 5-second pose. We do everything around here, and we're going to do this 5-second pose. And then Edge and Christian walk off. I don't really know what this was supposed to be. I thought that was kind of lame. But this has been actually a pretty good show so far. Alright, so now we get Adam Rose, Golden Stardust versus R-Truth and Jimmy and Jay, the Usos. I don't know if anything else happened before this because I actually went out and took a walk, so I actually forget and I don't really care enough to rewind it. Okay, 6-man tag team match. It was really nothing. The heels dominate Jimmy Uso for a while, and then Jay Uso gets the hot tag on Adam Rose. And R-Truth dives on Goldust. Stardust is the fallen star on the R-Truth. And Jimmy Uso and Jay Uso just sits there and watches it. I don't know why, but he did. And then Jimmy Uso does the splash off the top rope on Adam Rose for the win. And then all the Rosebuds try to attack R-Truth and the Usos, and they fight him off. So this was okay stuff, I guess. I didn't really mind it too much. It was just kind of average stuff, actually. Not going to lie, it was pretty average. But now they're about to play Daniel Bryan when he said he's going to return at the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I'm not going to fast forward to that because I've already seen it. Alright, so now we get Ryback versus Big Show. And this was actually a pretty good match. Big Show is kind of kicking Ryback's ass in the beginning. Ryback gets some sort of offense. He hits 2 axe handles off the turnbuckle, and is able to take down Big Show. He's going to go for the Miho clothesline. Big Show rolls out of the ring to take a breather. And when he comes back from commercial, Big Show's dominating Ryback. He's working on that injured leg that Ryback talked about on Raw last week. And then Ryback makes a comeback. Well, Big Show, too, got him in that submission move that he's done before, when he crosses the legs together. He did that to Ryback. I thought that was awesome. Ryback makes a comeback. He actually ended up doing that Luther's press, and then he bounces his head off the mat. I thought that was actually impressive. He goes to do a splash off the top turnbuckle. Big Show goes for a chokeslam. Ryback counters into a spine buster. He's going to go for the Miho clothesline. And then the Russian flag comes down, and Rusev and Lana come out. And Ryback's distracted by this. Big Show hits the knockout punch on him. Ryback's not really knocked out. He was just kind of stunned from it. I thought that was impressive, though, that Ryback didn't get knocked out. But Ryback gets counted out. Big Show wins. Rusev is going to put in, is trying to put the accolade in on Ryback. Ryback fights out and hits and clotheslines Rusev out of the ring. I thought all this was actually pretty good stuff. I like the way they made Ryback look here. I thought they made him look pretty strong. I was happy about this. And then backstage. And then Edge is backstage. J&J Security come up and ask where Christian is. And Edge just says he's in the bathroom dropping kids in the pool, which probably means he's taking a shit. And he's outside the bathroom. Jamie Noble goes in there. We hear a girl scream. And then he comes out. And Edge is like, oh yeah, he's in the men's bathroom. So Jamie Noble went into the women's bathroom. I thought that was hilarious stuff. I'm actually enjoying the skits between Edge, Christian, and J&J Security. So this SmackDown's actually been pretty good so far. Alright, so now we have Cesaro and Tyson Kidd with Natalya versus the Los Matadors, which consists of Diego and Fernando, with Alderito inside, of course. This match was just such a joke. The match was fine, but what happened to Cesaro? I've been saying this for a while. They're using him like a joke. This just proves it right here. Last year around this time, he was with Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter. The Real Americans were together. That was a good tag team. They were really pushing him to do big things. He won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He was in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match. He was beating Randy Orton. He was beating he was beating Randy Orton at the time, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, clean. He's having great matches with John Cena. The big mistake was putting him with Paul Heyman. That should have never happened. Right after he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, he should have turned face, but it didn't happen. He just kept losing. And he lost all his steam. Paul Heyman took away his steam. I'm going to say that. That's exactly what happened. And now he's pretty much back to square one. It's just a joke. I hate it. Tyson Kidd could have been something by now, too. At least it's not too late with him. This is just a joke. I'd be fine if Chris Hero came in and they were the Kings of Wrestling again, but that's obviously not going to happen. So this is a joke. Alright, so they cut a little bit of a promo inside a box, and they say that they're happy that the Authority's coming back to power because now they can go after the WWE Tag Team titles. Pretty much Cesaro and Tyson Kidd dominate one of the Matadors for a while. They did some good spots with that. One of the Matadors went to dive on Tyson Kidd, and Cesaro caught him with an uppercut. Cesaro was doing the swing, and then Tyson Kidd did the drop kick while he was doing that. And then the other Matador got the hot tag. And then eventually Cesaro and Tyson Kidd hit a powerbomb blockbuster for the win. And that was it. Like I said, the match was a joke. Just because of the way Cesaro has been booked. But the match was passable other than that. But Cesaro was just being booked like such a joke. Well, speaking of guys that Paul Heyman have ruined, let's talk about Curtis Axel now. But before I talk about Curtis Axel, get back to Cesaro for a minute. I called my friend Steve Ezekiel, and we were talking about, like, how much of a joke Cesaro has become, and he said that he would like to see a face Bad News Barrett feud with the Cesaro. I think that would be phenomenal. I think that's a great idea, but they won't do that because they don't like Cesaro, because they think Cesaro is a joke. Vince McMahon says that he can't connect with the audience. What a joke. But yeah, another guy, Curtis Axel. Let's just say, I'm just going to say this, that they screwed up with him so bad that now he's going back down to NXT. I mean, we might not even really see him much anymore. I mean, that's how bad Curtis Axel is. You only really see him on Superstars and NXT. It's just like how he was when he was Michael McGillicuddy, except now he's Curtis Axel. Man, he could have been something. But he has a match with Dean Ambrose. It never happens. Dean Ambrose beats the crap out of him, hits the dirty deeds on him. I do like it when Axel... When opponents will throw him inside the ring and then he comes right back out and hits a clothesline on you. I think that's awesome. And then Dean Ambrose grabs the mic and says that him and Bray Wyatt are going to go to hell Monday because he's going to put Bray Wyatt through hell when he in the ambulance match. He says he's going to smash the windshield, tie him to the bumper, and he says that they're going to go to Happy New Year hell. I thought that was awesome. And then the Ascension, Connor and Victor cut a promo and said first there was the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, the Demolition Axe and Smash, and now there's the Ascension, Connor and Victor. So they're about to have a match, and it's going to be a destruction. You know what I actually just remembered? They just showed the Seth Rollins when he was on the Cutting Edge Peep Show, and I remember Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose were actually supposed to be on the Cutting Edge Peep Show. I'm actually kind of pissed now. I kind of wanted to see that. But whatever. I have a feeling the Authority being brought back kind of ruined things. The Ascension squashed two jobbers. It's nothing really new that I saw on NXT before, so I'm probably going to see a lot of this again. I kind of hate that because I had to see it on NXT. And then Edge and Christian are backstage. And J&J Security come up and said that they have to get the office ready for the Authority. And they take out, like, Edge had the Cutting Edge thing with them, Chris and the Canadian flag and stuff. And they take that out. They put the cover of when Triple H and Stephanie McMahon were on the cover of Muscle Fitness. And, like, the Kin of Kins when Triple H had his DVD. And Edge and Christian destroy it. They graffiti it. And Edge actually wrote on Triple H's arm, I love HBK, and HBK stands for Heartbreak Kid, and that was like Shawn Michaels' nickname. So I thought that was awesome that he wrote that, but that means the show's almost over because they're getting ready to do that. But I thought this was okay stuff. Alright, so now we get Roman Reigns versus Rusev with Lana. I thought the main event was decent. Rusev was pretty much kicking Roman Reigns' ass, and then he kept throwing him outside the ring, and then Roman Reigns got fired up, went off on Rusev, And he actually ended up hitting a roll-up on him. Well, he did like a sunset flip roll-up, which was a new move from Roman Reigns. And Rusev kicked out of it. He went for the Superman punch. Rusev countered with a drop kick. And Roman Reigns kicked out of that. Roman Reigns hit the Superman punch out of nowhere. Rusev rolled outside the ring. He put him back in the ring, and then the Big Show comes down. And Roman Reigns hits the Superman punch on the Big Show on the outside. He goes in the ring. Rusev kicks him in the head. I actually thought that was going to be it. I thought the distraction was going to be enough, but Roman Reigns kicks out. And then Roman Reigns spears Rusev. He's about to cover him for the win, but Big Show pulls him out of the ring, causing a DQ. So Roman Reigns wins. He throws him into the barricade 3 times. Big Show hits a awful spear on Roman Reigns. And he's about to chokeslam Roman Reigns through the announce table. Roman Reigns counters. And throws him into the steel post, hits a drop kick on him, and then Big Show goes to charge at him, and Roman Reigns ducks, and Big Show goes over the announce table, and then Roman Reigns tips the announce table on Big Show. And that was it for the main event. I thought it was fine stuff. SmackDown as a whole, I actually thought was okay. To be honest with you, what hurt the show was seeing how far Cesaro and Curtis Axel have fallen. Everything else I thought was fine, but that actually kind of hurt the show for me. But I thought the Bray Wyatt, Erick Rowan stuff was great. The Dean Ambrose stuff was fine. I didn't think of anything else. Missing some. The 6-man tag team match was alright, I guess, with the Usos and Truth versus Golden Stardust and Adam Rose. Trying to think if there was anything else good. There was no Divas match, actually, which I'm surprised about. I'm surprised they didn't try to squeeze a Divas match on the show. Their segments with Edge, Christian, and the security was awesome. I thought they were hilarious. And I thought the main event was good. And Ryback versus Big Show wasn't a bad match, too. That's a match that should have happened by WrestleMania time. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, because I want to get to 100 subscribers. I don't, it doesn't matter if I don't, but it would be nice to get to 100 subscribers. And you can subscribe to all the other stuff down below. And I still have to talk to my sister and see if she still wants to make YouTube videos. So I will talk to her about that tomorrow. And you guys can subscribe to her channel too. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.